Everyone, my name is Carly Ware, and it's around election day, so I interviewed two of the candidates running for town council, Mr. Mazzola and Mr. Weng. I asked them about what they would do in office, and to everyone who is over 18 watching, don't forget to vote!
Hi everyone, my name is Carly and I'm here with Mr. Weng and Mr. Mazzola. They're both running for town council. So, Mr. Mazzola and Mr. Weng, what are some improvements that you believe you can make for the Pitman school system?
Adam, you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So as the liaison to the Board of Education, I interact a lot with the Superintendent McAleer and the board members. In general, the school system is independent of Borough Council. Those are two separate entities. But I think as a partner, we can help to communicate, help cross communication, right? So as council, we can promote various events that are going on with the school, i.e. the lunch program that's going on right now. So we're working very hard to make sure we distribute that information for them on their behalf, as we have other lines of communication that they may not. I think we can partner with them to just keep the citizens informed, just talk through various issues that they may be having in the town. But as far as the actual education system, that's pretty much entirely on the board, independent from council.
I agree with everything that Adam said, and one of the other things that we can do are shared service agreements. So that's a way to cooperate across different governmental bodies. And as an example, one of the things that we do now are the school resource officers, the SROs. That's a shared service agreement where the borough and the school work together to have the SROs in the schools to help keep everybody safe and help the students out. So anytime we get a chance to work together on a project, I think that that's a positive and something that we should definitely do more of in the future.
All right, next question. What is the situation with Shuttle Park's playground repairs and or upgrades?
So that's a great question. Shuttle Park, the current liaison to Parks and Recreation is Councilwoman Amy Rudley. And she is well aware of the issues that currently exist in Shuttle Park. And we are currently exploring different options to upgrade the playground equipment there. It's definitely old. A lot of it's been broken recently, particularly recently. There's been some graffiti and things like that. So it is definitely on the agenda and something that we need to accomplish. It sort of fell off the radar for a while because for several months, the playground equipment across the town were just closed because of the pandemic. Now that we're open back up, I know it's back on our radar and we're working very hard on it.
Yeah, and to add to that, we actually have a Clean Communities project happening there this weekend. So by the time this airs, probably last weekend. But the Knights of Columbus is going to be up there cleaning up a lot of the trash and things. And that's one of the things that, again, the Clean Communities, because of the lockdown and the pandemic situation, those Clean Communities activities where volunteer groups would come out and clean up our parks and spend that time, picking up trash and just maintaining some things with leaves and debris. All of that got put on hold. So we just started back up in September, and we've got projects lined up every weekend, and Shuttle Park is actually on our list to do next. So hopefully that'll help a little bit too with some of the cleanliness, and we can work on keeping that area a little bit nicer.
All right, thank you. And final question. Is there any plans to come up with a safe and legal way for teens to hang out in town?
Go ahead, Adam.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it's a great question. I think there is definitely an opportunity to figure out what to do to provide an opportunity for an area for kids to really hang out. I mean, obviously the parks, the playgrounds, these places are good for certain ages. Sunset Auditorium is a popular place to hang out, but it's one of those areas that we just have to make sure that's not really where we want everyone to be necessarily. But I think there's an opportunity to potentially look into programs and places to maybe take hear back from the youth and just try to figure out where is it that what do you guys want? We had the pump track put in, and that was a really great addition. Is there something like that we can do at a different scale or for a different age group?
That's a great question. I second everything Adam said. One of the issues is space, really, and trying to figure out, if we had some kind of community center or something like that, where could we put it? One of the options that's always been on the table for a long time is the National Guard Armory that's out on Delsea Drive. But the big issue with that is that there's a lot of environmental contamination. So obviously, we can't use that. That was a plan that was in the works for a while until we realized that the cleanup has been taking a number of years and will continue to do so. But that's a really great question, and it's definitely something that we have to take a look at and frankly do a better job on.
Yeah, if there's ideas, if any you or any of your viewers have ideas of things, that's the perfect time to come to a council meeting. Ask your parents and come into a council meeting. It's two times a month. They're on the borough site, and we certainly would welcome that kind of public comment. There's certainly that's the right time to bring that up in the right place.
Or you could email us anytime. It's matthew.weng@pitman.org.
Yep. And adam.mazzola, Mazzola @pitman.org.
We'd love to hear from you.
All right, and one more thing. Is there anything that you guys would like to say to help spread your campaign for the council?
The one thing I would encourage anybody listening to this to do is register to vote. You have until 3 weeks before Election Day, which is mid-October, to register to vote, and you can register to vote online. You go online, just Google NJ register to vote online. It'll take you right to the state website. You fill out that information and you can register to vote right online. It's easier than it's ever been. And you brought it up earlier, the issue, a safe and legal place for teens to hang out. It's an unfortunate reality of politics that politicians listen to people who vote. And unfortunately, young people don't vote very much. And sometimes that means that they rightly or wrongly get left behind. I think it's wrong. I think we have to listen to the future of our country. But the best way to make politicians listen to you is to get out and vote. That's the biggest thing I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just getting involved. It's finding resources. This is a different kind of year where we're doing this interview virtually because of the current situation. So it's a little bit more challenging to get the message out, but social media is a great place if you do your research and look at the Facebook groups and watch, whatever videos and just try to get, what it is that we're trying to put out there. I mean, Matt and I have a podcast that we do. We've got videos that we put online. So there's a lot of information, I think, out there. We've done mailings and door hangers, to put out that information and just, try to educate folks on what it is that we're behind and what we stand for.
You mentioned that you guys do a podcast, so if you guys would like to say the name of that way we can go and listen to it, I'd be thankful.
It is the Everybody Likes podcast. It's on iTunes, it's on Amazon, it's on Buzzsprout, and I think a couple other places. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the Everybody Likes podcast with Matt and Adam. You'll see our little characters on there on the logo. So.
Yep.
All right, thank you so much for your time and everything that you have done for this town so far. We're excited to see you guys in office.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Thank you, Carly. Carly, it's good seeing you.
Good seeing you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.